Hello everybody, this is a tutorial on how to crack SSH logins with the Hydra tool. So Hydra is a brute forcing multi-threaded tool that can crack a variety of network services such as SSH. So here today we're using Kali Linux, and we are also using our VirtualBox Metasploitable in the VirtualBox environment. So I've assume that you've already had that all set up, and if you need help setting that up, there are some resources in the description that can help you out. So let's start. So first we need to know the IP address, and I've already run it here. It's 192.168.1.88, but let's assume that we do not know what the IP address is, because in most cases we don't have access to the machine that we want to attack. So let's run a simple nmap scan on our network. So you can do nmap sn, and that's just a ping switch, so there's no port scanning. And let's run that on our entire network. So we're going to use /24 to do that. And it's running. And there we are. So again, we're looking for Metasploitable, which is running Linux. So as you can see here, these are all setup boxes. We don't want Cisco, nor do we want Gemtech or Intel. And we can check out here 192.168.1.254. That's giving us a 2-wire, and that's the router actually. So we're left with 3 IP addresses. I know that this one is the host machine that I'm running on this virtual machine on, and if we want to check our IP address, it ends in 87, so we know that Metasploitable is running on 192.168.1.88. To double check that, let's run another simple nmap scan. So we're going to do nmap sv, which is just getting the service version. And we're going to do port 22, so the -p switch, and then the number of the port you want to do. And then we're going to run this on that IP address, and there we go. So we can see port 22, it's an open SSH port, running open SSH, and it's running Linux. So that's what we want. So now let's do let's start Hydra up. I'll just give you the information. So to run Hydra, we're going to do a simple Hydra. Now, we know that the SSH login for Metasploitable is msfadmin and msfadmin, but in most cases when we're using this tool we won't know that, so let's assume that we do not know that. So we're going to use a list of logins in a file. So to use that, we're going to use the hyphen, capital L, and the name of the file. So it's just user.txt for me. And make sure you're in the correct directory where the file you want is. Again, so I am in list. You can do cd and the name of the directory to make sure you're in the right thing, or you can just list the path if you want to run it from your home directory. Okay, so now let's do -p, and that's the same thing but for the passwords. So it's a password list. This is just pass.txt. And so we're going to run this on our IP address there. And I was having issues getting an error message. You may not, but you can try this switch. It just limits it just defines the number of tasks you run. So that's just 8. If you don't get an error message, then you don't need to put that, but if you do, that might help. But it still should work either way. So now, once we're done with all that, we have the service we want to attack, which is SSH, and then we just press enter. Now it starts running. So again, this disclaimer, legal purposes only, so make sure you have permission. It's running 8 tasks on that one server. You can see here I have 8 usernames in the list and 8 passwords in the list. It's the same thing pretty much. Okay, and it found it, so instead of attacking it. So on port 22 with the service SSH, on the host 192.168.188, we have found the login of MSFadmin and the password of MSFadmin. So we have successfully cracked the SSH login. But now let's hop right into it. So do SSH MSFadmin, which is the username, and at the IP address, same one I've always been using. There we go. What's the password? And we know that. And so I think I typed it wrong. Again, MSFadmin, and there we are. So we are in. You might get a little error message here saying, "Do you want authentication or something with the RSA or whatnot?" Just press Y to say yes. Okay, so let's find out who we are. Who am I? We are MSFadmin, but we don't want MSFadmin, we want root. So let's do sudo su, and that should give us root, I think. Let's try again. Who am I? And we are root. So now we have full command line access, remote access to the machine with root privileges. So you can pretty much do whatever you want now remotely, which is very powerful. So that concludes the tutorial. If you have any comments or questions about this video tutorial, just leave them in the comment section below and I will be happy to assist you. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.